Now, the present, I'm in the live room, and I'm with Bury St Edmunds' finest three-piece, 10-city nation. Hello, guys. This is Seymour.
Hello there. You right?
I'm good. Are you three all right?
Yeah, we're fine. I've just got my voice back, so you're going to get a nice husky, sexy kind of radio voice this evening. It's my normal kind of piggy whine.
The piggy whine. Yeah. People on Facebook will be aware of you because you often join in the conversation on Thursday nights. You present your own radio show. Yeah,
that's right. I've got a show in London that I do on Thursday evenings, which has become your competition now. Did no fault of my own. I wasn't trying to blur Oasis type thing, trying to usurp you or anything like that. But yeah, it's just it's a similar sort of thing to what you do. But I won't big it up too much because it looks like I'm trying to get people to switch stations.
We're all friends, aren't we? That's good. So anyway, 10-City Nation then. If we sort of fill in listeners a little bit who might not be familiar with you, but they might be familiar with your previous band, Miss Black America. You recorded Peel sessions, you played lots and lots on Radio 1, Enemy favourites. Can you sort of give us a bit of a background about them?
Yeah, well, all that stuff was about 8 years ago now. But we formed it when Neil and Mike were still basically at school, sort of in sixth form, and I just left university. I think we got together in 1999 for want of anything better to do. And we did quite well in a DIY sort of way, but we were a bit sort of, we didn't really know what we were doing at any point. And I was always in charge, and things went horribly wrong. So we got lots of nice, write-ups in the Enemy, and John Peel was really nice to us, and Stephen Mack was too. But we never really, we didn't practice enough. I think that was always the problem. We were always out gigging and we never were writing songs. So after 4 years of slog, we ended up with one album, and then we split up. And that was pretty much it. But so we all got back together on the proviso that we'd write more than we gigged. That was that was our main concern with this band, was making sure that we always had new songs and never got bored.
And you've got 2 albums under your belt now. So are you sort of sticking to that remit then? Are you continuing to write a lot?
Yeah, we just made a 3rd album because we did 2 albums just to get them out of the way, because I think if I had any advice for any band who was starting out, it'd be just get one album done and get it released and then move on to the next one before you get bored of all the songs you wrote when you started. So we did that, and then we put out another album. You can get both of our first 2 albums free from our website as downloads, just so they were out there. And now we've made a 3rd one, which we're going to try and make people pay for. That's our experiment. It's our revolutionary new idea. We're going to try and make people pay for music. So we'll let you know how it goes.
It's a dangerous world, isn't it, out there? Now, Bury St Edmunds then, has it changed since you've been around with Miss Black America? Is it a good thing? I can remember we spoke a couple of years ago now for a feature on BBC Suffolk website, and you weren't too complimentary about the local scene. How is it now?
It's all right. It's just kind of, I don't know, we always feel like exiles in our own town. We've never, it's kind of I think our strength and our weakness is we never really feel part of anything. We just sort of meet up on a farm on Saturday afternoons and write songs, and the rest of the world doesn't really exist for us when we're getting together, but that isn't necessarily healthy. There's lots of bands in Bury, and there's bands all over Suffolk though, so I mean it's more about the sort of local East Anglian scene than it is specifically about Bury St Edmunds. I mean, like we're playing with Kunk, who are from Norwich, tomorrow, and the Waxing Captors from Ipswich, who are brilliant, and that's kind of local enough for us. It's we're not so bound by geography that we'll like any old nonsense just because it's from the same town as us. Not that any of the bands from Bury St Edmunds are nonsense, they're all fantastic. I just want to make that perfectly clear.
Well recovered, it was good. I don't think it will have upset anyone there. Now, another thing we spoke about going back that couple of years, the sort of political themes. Now, we have to be careful with the election coming up, but it's fair to say it seems quite important to your music, especially the element in your work with Love Music, Hate Racism. Is it still a sort of prominent theme coming up to the 3rd album?
It's not really a theme we write about lyrically. We do write about stuff that I guess what you might call slightly political themes in the lyrics, but they're hidden underneath sixth form poetry and pretension. So you never know. No, I mean we don't address that directly in songs, but we're happy to. I'm happy to write articles on the internet and like a sixth former and sort of say what I think if anyone asks, but it doesn't inform the band. It's just you do whatever you think is right, and there's a lot that's not right at the minute. But we're not about to pretend that a bunch of idiots, 3 idiots from Bury St Edmunds who write songs on cheap guitars are necessarily going to make that much of a difference politically. No, we don't run around playing politician. We leave that to Bono.
He does it so well, doesn't he?
He does it for the whole world, so no one else has to look that idiotic.